I got placed in Infosys through the new platform called Infytq. Let me show you how you can do it too. This is the Infytq platform. You can register with your details or you can just sign in with your Google or Facebook account. Now, before I get into the platform, let me talk about what it is. This is a new initiative by Infosys to get students right after their college, get them certified and get them placed in Infosys. Okay, so you can expect an interview from Infosys if you clear the certification exam. The certification, this page will tell you all about the certification, the dates. Here we can see that it's scheduled. It was scheduled for March 21 and 22, but it was postponed. Okay, and these are all the details about the exam, the timings and the types of questions, how many questions. And here you'll actually see register button, but since I've already completed the exam, I get the download certificate button. And here are all the rules and regulations. Here you can see that this is a really important point. You can see that it's when you score above 65%, you learn Infosys certification as Infosys certified software programmer, and you'll also be eligible for a job interview at Infosys. Okay, this is really, I think, what you guys are looking for. I would suggest fill your profile, keep your profile up to date, so that when the slots are open, you can register quickly. Otherwise, you'll have to fill all your details at that time, and the slots are not really too many. At least when I was taking the exam, there were like hardly 20 slots for my all my region. So keep your profile updated and be ready for when slots open. Okay, now let's go back to the main page and let me talk about the courses. Here we have 4 courses and I highly recommend each one of them. Okay, because you can find the fundamentals of Python, and then you can find the object oriented Python, and data structures are obviously useful for coding part of the exam. And you also have DBMS and SQL section in the exam, so this is really helpful. And guys, listen to me when I say this. These are like some of the best resources I have found in all of the internet till date. Okay, I have seen a lot of YouTube videos and a lot of guys, but I would say this is the best course if you want to do a course. If you want to read a book, you'll find all the information in a book. But I would say if you wanted to do it in systematic manner in the course, I think these are the best courses because they have all the in-depth knowledge in them and they are really interactive. So check them out. And also one thing, main thing is that there's a good chance that questions will come from these, if not the same question, a similar pattern, because obviously it's their course, so you can expect that too. These are just basics. You might want to look at them if you want to know about these new technologies. If you're wondering what cybersecurity is, what cloud computing is, you can just look at these courses. Okay, and these are just these new things that are coming out with aptitude test, soft skills, interesting projects, and so on. Okay, so really what you have to think about is certification, and if you want to do the certification, I would highly recommend using these courses. And after all that, I would also recommend you look into Hack with Infy, because you might not get into the certification, you might not get the slot to write the certification exam, then you might participate in Hack with Infy. This is a hackathon, it's not a certification program, right? It's not just a single test. You have to build something, right, as in a hackathon. And if you get to the finals, then you'll get a power programmer interview. So here are all the details about it, I guess. After registering, you'll get an email which contains all the information about the test date, the test center, and the test timings and other stuff. And follow all the instructions, take all the documents, and be early to the center so that you can find the waiting hall in the center. After you get to the waiting hall, some more instructions will follow from the Infosys team about the examination. Then you'll be asked to move to the examination hall. After the examination, in about an hour, you'll get the mail with your scores. If you have scored more than 65%, congrats, you just qualified for the certificate. And you'll have to wait for another hour or so that you'll get the text message for the waiting hall that you have to wait for to get to the HR interview. So go to that room and wait, and you'll be asked to fill a form, and after that they'll call you one by one for the HR interview. At least that's what happened to me. There might be some changes and you'll be notified about them in the mail or during the session with the Infosys people in the waiting hall. After the HR interview, you can go home and your results will be mailed to you in about a week or a couple of weeks. Let's talk about the upgrade test. Previously I mentioned that you'll get a mail with your results in a week or two, but actually if you fail the exam, you'll get the results. But if you actually pass the interview too, you'll get a link to an upgrade test in HackerRank. This gives you an opportunity to aim for higher positions in Infosys. You'll have the test date and the test timings and some other instructions about the HackerRank and the account you have to maintain, and the webcam and all the necessary things that you have to check before the starting of the exam. Perform well in this exam and you'll be selected for the interview of either the 5 lakhs package, which is the CES role, or the 8 lakhs package, which is the Power Programmer interview. Before talking about my interview experience, I just want to mention a little short story about how I actually got to know about this platform and how I actually registered. This is quite a story because I would call it sheer dumb luck that I got the slot to register and participate in the certification exam. My college actually told me to register in the Infytq platform ahead of time. I did register, but I forgot all about it because I thought this is just one of the many platforms that colleges do tell us to register in a lot of platforms. So that's what I thought. On one fine day, after we just completed one class and we were moving to another class, my friend told me about this platform like on the fly, and he just told me to register for it, and I was able to register very quickly because I had already filled my information. So I highly recommend you do that ahead of time because there were like 20 slots, and by the time I opened the app, after my friend telling me, there were about 17 slots. That's fine, right? But see this, I looked through my information just to check everything is right, and then I went back to the register button. By then there were only 12 slots. It was in the span of 30 seconds, 5 slots were filled. So you can understand the demand for this platform. So again, keep all your details filled and be ready and grab that opportunity. And if I was not available on that day, like if I didn't go to the college on that day, I wouldn't have been able to participate in the certification exam. So be available all the time for every opportunity. Quick note, I also want to mention that there's also an app, Infytq app on the mobile. So install that if you want to, and you can view courses there too. Finally, I just want to say it's okay to feel anxious and a little bit nervous in these situations because you wouldn't have faced a lot of interviews by this time being a fresher. So it's fine. Just keep them under control and try to manage the situation as best as you can. The interviewers understand that and they try to help you out if they are good. But keep in mind that bad interviews do happen and there's nothing you can do about it. So if you happen to have a bad interviewer who was really bad at his job and did a bad interview, just think of it as just bad luck and try to keep a positive mood ahead. I actually failed my 2 TCS interviews and one I think Hitachi. I failed Hitachi interview. So all I want to say is failures won't hold you back unless you let them. So keep moving forward with a positive attitude and you'll get there somewhere. I was selected for the Power Programmer interview and it was really cool because my interview happened online through WebEx. Now this is a new experience for me and it was a really good experience because of the interviewer. He was really cool. He asked smart questions. It happened for about an hour and there were some issues during the interview too, like the power cut and other issues, but the interviewer was really chill and he kept me going, right? Your interview also depends on the interviewer because if he is not convenient, then you won't do well in the interview, because you'll be nervous. You're a fresher, you'll be obviously nervous, and some other pressures on top of that will just crack you sometimes. So it was really good having a good interviewer on my side. You might have noticed that during all the process there is a lot of communication through emails and possibly through phone too. So keep your phone available at all times, and also check your emails every day for any new information. Saying all that, I would like to segue this section to my interview preparation video that's coming up. I want to talk about what I'm doing right now to prepare for I call it interview prep, because you can do the same preparation that I'm doing right now and apply it for interviews, but I'm actually doing it so that I can be good at my job. I would like to share my schedule and my motivation behind behind keeping up with the schedule with you guys. So stay tuned for that. And guys, please hit me up on Instagram so that I can understand what you guys are looking for. You can talk to me freely. I have already a couple of subscribers talking to me, and it's really cool talking to you guys. And I want one thing from you guys. I am trying to find a good time to conduct live sessions to talk to you guys. If you have any doubts or about anything, career, or it could even be personal, but I just want to talk to you guys and help you out in any way that I can, because I understand that being a fresher without a proper guidance is tough. So I want to be there for you guys. Just hit me up on Instagram and put a message saying that okay, Sunday at 5 o'clock would be fine or something like that, so that I can plan my live sessions, and I plan on doing them at least once a week, if not twice. If you have any comments, just put them down, and yeah, hit the like button if you liked it, and subscribe.